Hey man, you know how Rambo 1, he was big with little puffy, and then Rambo 2, he got all shredded up?
Yeah.
That's kind of how you look right now.
Oh.
You know, not Rambo 1, but 2.
Really?
Yeah, when he was cut up.
Well, I'm not that. I mean, that's what I'm going for, but you know.
Come on, dude. You more shredded than a Julian salad, man.
Thanks, yeah.
What's the secret, dude?
It's a diet. I'm just dying.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to come up a little, but it's just, it's tough.
No, you look good.
In the tips?
What?
In the tips you got?
What is up? What's going on, 3-Star Nation? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another great upgrade guide. Today, we are going to be getting into Town Hall 12. Where do I go next? If you're watching this video, chances are it's official. You've made it to Town Hall 12s, so give me a quick pound. Congrats, you made it, fam. You're probably wondering, what do I do? And I'm glad you came to the right place because your boy Trizzle's got you covered. We're going to break it down into, basically we're going to start off with the requirements. Now this is what you should have done prior to becoming a Town Hall 12. Very, very important. I very strongly recommend these requirements. Starting with the first one, make sure that you max your Town Hall 12 offense and defense completely. You want to make sure that you're maxing those Town Hall 11 heroes. You got to have a level 50 Archer Queen, level 50 Barbarian King, and of course a level 20 Grand Warden. The next recommendation, max out your Gold Elixir and Dark Elixir storages before upgrading, and you also want to max out your treasury as well. You want to stockpile as many books and hammers as possible, and if you can, save up your allowance, guys. You want to save up $5 so you can purchase a gold pass if possible, and don't forget, we do tons of giveaways on the channel, whether you're talking about the live streams or the monthly giveaways. So it's an easy way where you can get that $5 that you need. So make sure you guys check that out. That's going to lead us into a few pro tips, guys. Starting with the very first one. Low key, it is a race to unlock max Electro DroagLoon during the first phase. This is going to give you a 3-star army that you can use to farm Dark Elixir, as well as perform in war. Remember, heroes are still one of the most important aspects of 3-starring max bases, so make sure that you don't fall behind. It's crucial. At the end of, I would say, phase 1, you're going to want to have a level 55 Archer Queen. You're going to want to make sure your Barbarian King is level 55, and you got to make sure your Grand Warden is at least level 25. By the end of phase 2, you're going to want to have completely max heroes. That means level 65 Archer Queen, 65 Barbarian King, and level 40 on the Grand Warden. Now, I recommend considering push farming to practice your 3-starring while you're farming in higher leagues, so that way your attack bonus can pay for the army. This one is a very important step. A lot of people overlook this. Find/build a good base for war immediately. That way, until you get to phase 2, there's a strong possibility of being 3-starred by a very good Town Hall 11, so you gotta make sure you're not making it easier for your opponents. That's gonna lead us into the 3 main phases, guys. Starting with the very first phase, I'm a big kid now. This is your immediate upgrades, guys. This phase is where you're gonna be ramping up. This is where you're gonna use your items and loot that you should have saved up before upgrading Town Halls. And this is where you're having a full complement of books, hammers, special offers, and even a gold pass, if possible, is going to make all the difference. Remember, your gold is to upgrade your storages ASAP. Without upgrading those storages, you're not going to be able to upgrade to Town Hall 12 level for different, structures, whether you're talking about defenses, certain troops. So you got to get those storages upgraded ASAP. You want to unlock your max Town Hall 12 offensive 3-star capacity, as well as your 3-star armies ASAP. Remember, upgrading to max Electro DroagLoon is your top priority, and after you're done with that, you'll probably want to upgrade Witches and Bowlers for max Jaiwi Bow before going all in on your heroes. That's going to lead us to phase number 2, and this is time to put on your big boy pants, #skinny jeans. Alright guys, now this is where we really start becoming a Town Hall 12, especially from a defensive standpoint. Unlike lower Town Halls, you need to upgrade your key Town Hall 12 defenses like the Giga Tesla, like your Eagle Artillery, like the Inferno Towers, and like your Expos before maxing out your other defenses. This is actually when you need to commit to farming your heroes and maxing them out so you can 3-star those max bases in war. Your heroes absolutely need to be maxed before moving on to Phase 3, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Last but not least, that's going to bring us to Phase 3. This is going to be time to flex, hashtag Flex Armstrong. The last phase is used to max out your remaining defenses, and of course your walls, and your laboratory. You want to focus on the current meta for 3-starring. I would say as of September of 2019, that's going to include armies like Dragbat, Bat Slap, P.E.K.K.A. Bobat, AQ Charge into Hogs or Miners or LaLoon. Master your craft, guys. Be proud that you're the highest Town Hall level in the game. Luckily, I'm here to make things a lot easier for you guys, so don't forget to click the links above to learn all those attacks. And those are the 3 main phases for the upgrade guide, guys. We're going to go ahead and hop right into the actual structures, that way you guys can see it for yourself. Starting of course with phase number 1. Don't forget, this is the immediate upgrade portion where you need to ramp up ASAP. You're going to want to finish your Clan Castle immediately, your lab, your spell factory, your army camps, your siege workshop, as well as getting your storages upgraded as soon as possible. Now, I do want to put a quick side note, being that your walls as well as your traps don't really carry any war weight, you want to get those done ASAP, so it is a good idea to drop those in phase 1 as part of your defensive upgrades. Phase 2, that's where we start becoming a real Town Hall 12. That's where you're going to build your 3rd Inferno Tower. You're going to go ahead and finish maxing out the rest of your barracks, Dark Spell Factory, Dark Barracks, and then of course those key essential Town Hall 12 structures, the Giga Tesla, your Eagle Artillery, your 4 Expos, as well as maxing out your Inferno Towers, the Air Defense, and your Teslas. Once you do that, guys, you need to focus on getting those heroes up. Like I mentioned, your overall goal is that by the end of phase 2 is to have completely max heroes. As far as phase 3, this is basically where you're going to concentrate on maxing the rest of your defenses as well as your walls and filling out all of the 3-star armies that you'll end up using, whatever you end up, I guess, doing best with. What I recommend when you're trying to find your niche as far as what army works for you, you always got to focus on that current meta like I mentioned, but if you guys like to queen walk, practice queen walking. If you like using hogs, use hogs. If you're a LaLoon guy, use LaLoon, guys. Town Hall 12 is so diverse that there is a 3-star army for every single different type of raid out there that you prefer. So the sky's the limit, guys, but it starts with maxing those heroes. So you can't stress that enough. You cannot forget to max them out. Of course, you're going to need to max your archer towers, followed by your cannons, followed by your wizard towers, followed by the bomb towers, air sweepers, mortars, traps, and then your remaining storages. And then again, your walls is basically going to be your last priority. Now, walls are important. I'm not telling you to neglect them. I just mean that in terms of ramping up, they are slightly ahead of getting the other structures done. As long as you didn't rush them in your prior town halls, then you'll be okay. All right. So that's it, guys, as far as the actual structures. That's going to bring us to the laboratory upgrades. So let's hop over to the lab so we can show you guys that in action. Okay, guys, here we go. You're going to want to organize your laboratory upgrades based on specific armies. Like I mentioned in the main breakdown, the first and foremost, your main goal is to unlock Electro DroagLoon ASAP. So because of that, you're going to unlock your Electro Dragons, your balloons, your raid spell, as well as your freed spell to max level. After that, you're going to want to focus on Jai Wee Bow. So that's going to allow you to unlock your witches, your bowlers, and your giants. The next army you want to focus on is basically going to be based more on preference, because generally with the current meta right now, P.E.K.K.A. Bobat and Bat Slap is extremely strong, so you're probably going to want to go in that direction. So you're going to need to upgrade your P.E.K.K.A.s, your Bat Spells, as well as your Ice Golems. After that, it really comes down to choice. Some of you that have been old school DroagLoon or Goho users will typically have one army or another that you're leaning to, but it's all about what you prefer, guys. Like I said before, if you like to DroagLoon, upgrade your DroagLoon. If you prefer to Goho, upgrade your Hogs. So generally speaking, the next step is going to be based on preference, but since I'm a DroagLoon guy, I went ahead and did my Lava Hounds, my Poison Spell, my Skeleton Spell, and then the minions. I still like Hog Rider attacks, so I did that next. Of course, I did the Hogs, the Golems, and I also did the Wizards, so we can get those maxed out as well. Because the meta has shifted, initially the next army that you would want to upgrade would carry a higher priority, but since a lot of bases that you'll see now aren't running single target Infernos, you're seeing a lot of multi-target Infernos, Dragbat actually fell down the ranks. Dragbat is an extremely strong raid, guys. You're going to want to upgrade that as well. So you'll need to upgrade your dragons as well as your baby dragons. And then after that, you can determine your next upgrade based on your preferences. If you're a miner guy, get those miners upgraded, guys. If you're like me and you don't really use miners that much, I kind of did them near the end. So I did that last after all the other armies, but that doesn't mean that it's not important. So that took me to the next set of upgrades, which was the siege machines. Being that you can request a siege machine from a clan member, it is not extremely high priority, so you can actually wait to get those upgraded. Once you do start upgrading them, you'll probably want to start with the Wall Wrecker first, because it's the most used, followed by the Stone Slammer, followed by the Battle Blimp, and then last but not least, the troops that became obsolete with the advent of the Wall Wrecker and siege machines comes your Wall Breakers. I'm not gonna lie, I think after Town Hall 10 you're probably not going to use Wall Breakers a whole lot, but they are there, and if you're a completionist or OCD like most people that play this game, you're going to end up wanting to max everything, unless you're like me, in which case I do have a calling card for myself. The level 2 goblins that you're seeing staring at you there, you're probably never going to see those max on my main account. That is my official calling card. It's something to stand out, something to be original. But like I said, guys, your laboratory is going to be dictated. Laboratory upgrades are dictated based on your troop preferences, but because max heroes will determine how, when, and where these armies become most effective, please note that your first phase, you're going to focus on Electro DroagLoon, Jaiwi Bo. Phase 2 is all about getting your heroes maxed, and then you can focus on those 3-star armies. There's armies like P.E.K.K.A. Bobat, Bat Slap. These are armies that really need the push from those max heroes. So if you're somebody that can't wait, you're a little bit more impatient, you can go ahead and maybe upgrade your DroagLoon. Definitely focus on the Dragbat, because that takes a little bit less emphasis on the heroes and puts a little bit more on the troops. So again, it's all about your preference. The bottom line is that the sky's the limit and the choice is yours, not to sound too cliche. So once you figure out what you like and what direction you want to go in, it's as simple as upgrading them based on the army. That way you don't have to get all complicated and figure out what's next. Just focus on the troops that you're using and you can't go wrong. So there you have it, guys. That's going to wrap up the update guide for Town Hall 12. I know this one was a long time coming since Town Hall 12 has been out for a little while, but since we're going to be going into Town Hall 13 within the next several months, I wanted to go ahead and get this out. I also wanted to put it out for some of the clan members that I have, because I know we can always use the help. As always, really appreciate you guys watching the video all the way to the end. Do me a favor, drop a comment down below, hit that like button, and be sure to check out our social media, guys. We've got a great Discord, Instagram, Facebook, not to mention becoming a member of the channel will grant you access to exclusive perks and membership benefits. So something to think about. Again, really appreciate you guys watching. Trizzle tuning out.
That's all, folks.
That's all it takes to become a Town Hall 12 Big Dig Daddy.
Tell me where the freak's at.